What's up, Yang? How is everybody doing today? For us, it is day 16. Oh my word, hold on. I gotta mute this over here.
Day 16. Breaking news.
Sunday Funday, breaking news.
Breaking news, Sunday Funday. We're going to try to have some fun, not talk about too much unfun stuff today. Well, that's weird. But
Why is it still crooked?
your face is crooked. That's why. Donald Trump did say the restrictions are actually going to continue until at least April 30th. So that's the new timeline.
April 30th. And he was just on there talking about how from all the models, right? From all the models that they see.
Yes.
He's saying that the peak time will now hit in 2 weeks.
Yeah. Which is, it could, but that's only if like everybody's milling about and not listening, which they are doing. But the peak is going to be huge if that's what happens. It's going to be ginormous.
It's still crooked, Mama.
Oh. Are you sure it's not just your head being crooked? Because that's pretty straight.
Maybe. That's straight now.
Oh, okay.
Alright.
Whatever.
So is everybody pumped up to be isolated for at least another month?
Mm-hmm.
Are you jacked up?
It's going to be longer than that, but he's trying to be optimistic. At least he's not saying Easter anymore. He says by June we should be back into the swing of things, which is probably not likely unless we do have a point where the hospitals are completely overwhelmed and a lot of people are dying. Because otherwise, when you flatten that curve, it actually takes longer just because it extends the time. But once the last person is done having coronavirus and it's totally wiped out. Yeah.
First Serpent is correct. Like the peak is going to occur about 2 to 3 weeks after the lockdown is effective.
Right. And then it'll start to
Then
yes.
It'll go and it'll peak but that's just it, man. I'm seeing a whole lot of people who are still out there.
Oh my God.
Still people driving up and down the road out here. And I understand, there's going to be people that they got to get groceries or they got to get this or that. But, we were just looking at the map where we are. And tell them about what you were seeing on how the cases, like right where we're at. Now, if you're a fan of this channel, you know that like our brother-in-law is being tested for coronavirus right now. And the grocery store that we shop at has had people test positive for coronavirus there. Mm-hmm. And you were talking about the cases here.
In this county or the county where the grocery stores are?
Yeah, well, yeah.
I think there's like 28 cases now in that little county. So
28 cases in that little county.
But in Vermont itself, it's been like exponential. We have over 200 cases when last week we had like 10. So it's been like growing rapidly, the amount of cases in this state. And it's not that many people live up here compared to a lot of other states. This is not a very populated state.
And this is something, and that's what I was trying to find a while ago. There was a moment in time, and I wish I could find it, and I looked through all the CNN clips, and I just wish I could find the full debate now. But it doesn't seem like you can find the full debate.
Really? The full debates are gone?
I couldn't find it. Maybe somebody else out there could shoot us a link or something to the full debates. But anyway, there was a moment when when Biden and Bernie were debating the coronavirus. And I'm that guy that's got that suspicion in the back of my mind anytime somebody says something, right? Mm-hmm. Well, Biden was talking about how the summer's going to help the coronavirus and all that. But he kind of made a comment that Bernie's state would be hit hard. Like, why would you? It was just the way he said it. You know what I'm saying? He was talking about, I feel sorry for your state, or something like that. Like, why would you say that? Like, what?
What did Bernie say?
I mean, could it be because Vermont, stays colder longer, so therefore it would take longer to get through? But it was just really weird that he remarked that way. Now, I'm a firm believer that, there have been things called,
Sorry, I was just
anything
reading.
Good?
It's hard for me to see, even though I do have my contacts in this time. It's still a little hard to read. Oh, that's a little bit better. Thanks.
And shout outs to the person in the chat that's Jack, who has coronavirus. Our thoughts and our prayers are with you. Definitely stay strong. Sending positive vibes your way. I know that doesn't help a whole lot, but I kind of feel like we're all connected in the universe. And I feel like we, when we send those vibes out, I feel like they get there. They get there. And the more positivity that you have and the more love that you're sending out,
yeah, I have this
the
theory.
more it affects the universe.
I don't think I need a foil hat for it, but like it's along the lines of what you were just saying. It doesn't have anything to do with conspiracy theories. But do y'all remember, I mean, the Yang Gang has always been very passionate. And, we were very, let's see. We were very convinced, I guess you'd say, back several months ago that Yang was going to win. Mm-hmm. But then I saw a shift in the attitude of the Yang Gang. Mm-hmm. They started, I don't know if it was becoming more realistic or if it was just like, well, he may not win. I feel like we lost a lot of our confidence and are manifesting Yang's win at some point. Mm-hmm. And I think that could have played a part in...
I felt that shift.
Yeah.
I felt that shift, and this is something that I think that we talked about before. I don't know. It's like when you had South Carolina, and it just started building.
You felt the energy growing then, and you knew that this was going to happen. Yeah.
And, we ended up coming up here, and we ended up going to Boston, and Portland was huge.
Yeah. And that was way before he was polling at 1%.
And there was this excitement. You could feel it.
There was a lot of passion from Andrew and from the Yang Gang. There was so much excitement.
And it's almost like when he started, I don't know, man. It's like
something
when he started doing all those engagements with the people in New Hampshire and stuff. I don't know. It's like it went out.
Yeah. It's almost like part of Andrew's fire went out because he very much, and he said it before, he enjoyed the rallies more than anything else, but they were more expensive to hold. And those were specifically for the Yang Gang, even though other people would come. But he started doing things to crowds of a bunch of old people that weren't like Andrew, like we all were. And I feel like it just didn't, I don't know, it wasn't really his vibe, I guess. His vibe was more of the excitement, and it made him more excited, and it made all of us more excited when we'd see videos of that even.
Oh!
But he had to try to do Iowa and New Hampshire, and then that just...
But did he?
I don't know. Maybe.
But did he really have to? That's the thing that bothers me, man, because here's the thing. Excitement is contagious. Mm-hmm. When you go to a rock concert or something like that, and people are screaming, or a basketball game, or a football game, the more excited people are, the more they're going to go out and they're going to tell their friends and they're going to be at the next rally. So yeah, they may have been more expensive to hold, but it cost you the presidency of the United States.
Right. Kind of like revival week at church. Everybody's all like,
hey, everybody's excited at church during revival week.
And they go and tell everybody
and they go and they tell everybody that they want to we having a come to Jesus meeting down at the church, and we're going to have revival, and everybody gets excited for 1 week. But that's what it is, though. It's excitement. It's like going to a basketball game or a football game, man.
So we believe that this is like, I don't know why this is just coming out now. It's stuff we've talked about, but like we think that Andrew should have just kept going with rally after rally after rally in all the different states and not focusing on Iowa and New Hampshire. And I know that's kind of what Steyer did, but obviously he's no Yang. He didn't focus on New Hampshire and Iowa. Right? He put all his focus on South Carolina, and then when he came in third, it was like, gotta drop out now. But you know what we never did, and I just remembered? We never did the in memoriam for Tulsi. We've done it for all these other candidates, and we never did that.
Yeah.
I'll get that out for y'all if y'all even care.
Yes, that ship is sailed.
Nope, it's coming. I still gotta do it. It'll just be late, really late.
So, anyway, I got a background dab. We just got dabbed on it.
Mommy, I'm in those skeleton from Five Nights at Freddy's.
Whoa. You look awesome.
My son identifies as a Five Nights at Freddy character. In case you're just joining us. So I don't know, man. I feel like he got bad advice. You know,
Somewhere along the way.
And
when he started doing the ads, they were good ads, and yeah, they appealed to a different group of people. But we really just needed to keep going with that momentum with all of us tech bros that like to party.
That's what they called us.
Yeah,
even though
so,
he definitely has better teeth than his dad, even though he's missing his two front teeth. That's a fact, Jack. Appreciate you pointing that out. Shout outs to you. So anyway,
Probably just a troll.
so here we go. All right. Now I don't mind people, you know.
Oh, hold on, you're
I know. I'm not gonna get ducked. So anyway,
don't spam the chat. You have
Don't
the
spam
right
the
to
chat.
your own opinions, but
definitely,
everybody just
but
no
I
spamming.
mean,
Okay.
we all try to operate in love here.
Yang gang love, humanity first, all that good stuff.
I don't know, man. There came a point in time where he hired those DNC or the Democrat people from other people's campaigns that had worked with traditional campaigns. But here's the thing about Andrew's campaign. Andrew was pulling the Trump voters, right? Mm-hmm. He was pulling the former Bernie voters because they saw a new way. Somebody with better ideas, more fresh ideas. And more importantly than that, he was connecting with a generation of voters who were politically disengaged on a very, very large scale.
Huge amount of the Yang gang.
So when you're initially capitalizing on that demographic, and then you switch to the voter demographic in New Hampshire, you know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, those people are already voters, but you're pulling in an ass load of people.
Yeah.
That are disengaged politically.
Maybe next time that's what he'll do. We'll have a talk with him. We'll let him know what we think about that. Because that passion, I don't know if y'all noticed, but that huge amount of passion. I mean, we all still very passionate and very connected. We're very good at all going in the same direction, but I think it's going to take rallies and junk.
Perfect. People like excitement.
Yeah.
People, especially nowadays, where our attention spans are so short. You know, we live in this society where we want everything instantly. We want it all right now. So in order to deal with that type of society, you have to have that excitement. You have to have that building and that, I don't know. Because if you want your ideas to catch on, especially if they're very fresh and new and revolutionary ideas like Andrew is proposing, you're going to need the young people.
Mm-hmm. And Bernie gets a lot of young people, but I feel like now, I mean, I just don't know why so many Bernie supporters dislike Yang so bad. But, sorry, I got distracted too. I just don't know why, really.
Because
and I feel like they shouldn't, and I don't know if Bernie supporters are going to come to Yang in 2024 because of all the hate they have for Yang, which is completely ridiculous, because we've met Yang. Y'all know this.
Watch this. Hey, Serpent, do me a favor. Can you handle my light work out there for me? Appreciate it.
Yeah,
so I don't have to get distracted with it.
There's just so many trolls today.
So many trolls.
I just don't know why. What did we put in there that attracted the trolls?
Thank you, Woody. Appreciate that. So I don't know. I think because Bernie's the only one that's kind of trying to affect change on a large scale.
Besides Yang, who is obviously
that's why.
most change.
Right, but that's why the Bernie people were coming over to us. You know, that's why they were coming over to the Yang Gang, because the ideas were revolutionary. But then you see, as you know, after Yang had to drop out, those people, they're naturally going to go back to Bernie because even though his ideas are outdated or let's say a bit dated, they're still revolutionary and he's still trying to fight for. Hell, if it wasn't for him, we might have not got nothing as far as the gig workers and the.
Oh yeah, the unemployment, the stuff for
Bernie was the one that was out there fighting for that for us. So and I still don't know if we qualify. It's going to be interesting to see. And now you got AOC up there, and she's up there chirping and trying to get, trying to get, but here again, they're all islands. You can't be an island. You have to eventually go along with the establishment, right? Because you're going to be on your own. Or, do you file it as a protest vote, right? So you file you lodge your protest vote, and you're the one that says no, right? And holds everything up. Well,
then
now you look like a bad guy.
So you do have to.
Which is why Bernie ended up having to, even though he didn't want to, he had to end up signing off on that bill. It's ridiculous the way the establishment has gotten.
I see Trumper for Yang.
What's up, Trumper for Yang? Shout out to you, bud. So things, and now we're looking at a situation, right, where Nancy Pelosi's trying to get send-in votes only, right?
Mm-hmm.
How easily could that be manipulated? How easily? Come on, man, we got to do there's got to be a better way.
Out.
What is okay, maybe somebody out there is smarter than I am, and maybe one of y'all can tell us. Andrew was talking about how we should actually blockchain the voting, the way we vote. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know how that would work, forming a blockchain and all that. But that sounds, because what I'm understanding about cryptocurrency with the blockchains, and all that, it just seems like there's something there that we could use for that.
Right, because it wouldn't be hackable or whatever.
Right,
yeah,
right,
yeah.
Exactly.
And that's what we need. I'm trying to get my seat right. It's not. Okay.
So,
I had something to say and I forgot. This keeps happening. That's what happened yesterday. I had something. It was super important.
Sunday Funday. We're talking top 5 gangster movies of all time.
The top 5 gangster movies. Why'd you pick gangster movies anyway?
I don't know, because I was feeling a little bit gangster today. I guess. I don't know.
By the way, we're both, well, I can't speak for him. I am still voting for Yang because I feel like we could just bring in this massive write-in vote thing and because I feel like we could do it. And whether we can or can't, hopefully it'll be enough to send a message.
We'll let Mama babble about who she's going to vote for when we talk about the top
gangster movies. I'm voting for Yang.
Pulp Fiction is a good one, but is it top 5? Is it top 5? Really? I don't know.
Why'd you pick? I don't know that. I don't think I know many gangster movies. So why'd you pick
Top
gangster?
has got to be The Godfather.
Okay, yes, that's a gangster movie. What about shows like The Sopranos? Would that count as a gangster?
I would call
Monster?
it's not a gangster movie, but yeah, that was a really
That was
great
a good show. The last episode sucked, which I hear so did Game of Thrones, which I haven't watched yet.
What's his name on?
Hey, look, our other troll is back.
Hold on.
One who always tells us we need Jesus
Oh.
and Yang. What are you talking about?
The dude that was just on the Joe Rogan podcast a minute ago. You were talking about The Sopranos. Well, he was the guy that played Big.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, the big P word.
Anyway, he was talking about how he was just Joey Diaz. And they were talking about how, he was actually filming, I think, a new Sopranos movie, right?
Oh, okay, cool.
When this whole coronavirus thing broke out.
Mm-hmm.
And how they were still having him work for a minute when all this was going on, and how he was freaking out. And if you know anything about Joey Diaz, he's like he's probably not in the best shape that you could probably be in. But he is very, but that just shows you right there, like, man, this can touch everybody. It's the Queen of England's got it, right? Didn't I see where the Queen of England had it?
Did you? I don't.
I'm pretty sure the
Yeah.
Queen of England's got it. Yeah.
All kinds.
But
of
you know they're
aliens
gonna
in
get
it
the
now.
best care, and they're gonna like suck souls out of somebody or something to help her get through this.
Do I need my tinfoil hat?
Whatever it is that these, however it is that
And
these
Trump
people
was
stay
also
around
talking
for.
about today about the what is going on with my brain? I have like super fog brain lately.
That's crazy.
Like there.
You're not helping our live stream any.
Sorry, y'all. It was something Trump said, and I'm sure it was unimportant. Oh, the medicines. They're trying out some stuff, some medicines, so whatever. Anyways, let's get back to gangster movies. What's your top 5? I don't have 5. That was it.
I don't know. I think, I definitely gotta go Godfather.
Mm-hmm.
Untouchables. Scarface.
Mm-hmm. Fight Club. That's not a gangster. I do love that.
Man, and one that you listen, I don't know how many of y'all partake in herbal refreshments, but if you get you some trees and smoke right before you watch Heat. Oh my gosh, you want to talk about just you do your like steady. What was that? What was that dude on Half Baked? Where he was talking about, but have you ever watched it on weed, man?
Oh yeah, Half Baked. That's a funny movie.
It's a great movie.
Came out when I was a teenager. Yeah.
And you know what? When Half Baked came out, I didn't even smoke then. That's what's crazy. And I remember watching it for some reason.
I didn't smoke either, but I still.
It was on my mom's house, and it just happened to be on, I guess. And I started watching it, and man, I laughed so hard during that movie. I wouldn't say that it helped push me that way.
Wow. I don't see how that movie could help push you to start smoking. It's
It
funny.
it didn't.
But
Yeah.
okay.
But because you would, well, obviously, I'm like very outgoing and stuff, and I'm all about new experiences and stuff like that. So for me, it would be enticing just to see what it would feel like. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
For instance, I would love to take a hero's dose of mushrooms to see what that's like. Yeah.
This is not entertaining me.
I
at
would
all.
touch the universe.
And if I'm not entertained, they are not entertained. We all have to be entertained.
I guess that depends on what entertains you.
I mean, y'all could be entertained by it, but if I'm just sitting here like this.
My God, Joe Rogan, can you please get me on your podcast, brother? Please.
So they could talk about mushrooms and other dumb crap.
If there is one person on the face of this earth that would understand me, it's Joe Rogan.
Okay, great.
Or
you know what you should
Duncan
do?
Trussell.
Why
Duncan
don't you-
Trussell. What?
You should marry Duncan Trussell.
I would marry Duncan Trussell.
Okay, well, yeah. Because he would get you.
No, see, okay, one of the great matches ever
I was going to say
on a
something, I was
podcast.
bringing that up.
What?
Nothing. I'm not bringing it up because I don't want to hear you run your mouth.
now.
So
now
if it's you and Doug, okay, just real quick, and we're not going to talk about the other person we talked about earlier. That's said and done. That's over. But if you and Duncan Trussell were married, and one of y'all was abusing the other, you're both men, okay?
Look, we have been arguing about this since we put out the live stream last night about who is
So
on
let's
it.
say you're abusing Duncan, right?
It's apples and oranges. You're
It's
talking.
a relationship.
You're
Why,
talking.
because it's a gay relationship?
No, you're talking.
That gets-
No. No.
No, we're not going to argue about it. I'm
Listen,
just asking.
no, because you're trying to compare apples and oranges.
Whose side are you on?
You're What is
Sorry.
between
You're
me and
the-
Duncan Trust? Wait,
You're the apple and Duncan Trussell's is the orange. Whose
No.
side are you on?
the whole like a situation like okay, if me and Duncan Trussell were in a relationship, in this hypothetical universe, it's apples and oranges because the relationship that you're comparing it to is a man and a woman, where the man is being abused.
Okay, what if it's a man and a man where the man is being abused? It's not an
And
apple
that's
and a
even
orange.
Steven.
Even
Or Steven and Steven.
Do y'all remember that show, Even Stevens? It came on like, what was it, like Disney Channel or something? No, it was Nickelodeon. Wait, Disney Channel? Somebody remind me. I thought that show was hilarious. It was a kid's show, and I was like,
What are you even talking about?
Even Stevens!
No one
Shia
remembers
Shia
that.
LaBeouf when he was younger,
Who?
before he got into Transformers. Shia
Oh,
LaBeouf.
that guy. Okay.
Yeah, y'all know that show? If you don't, you should look it up. It's a ridiculous kid show that I loved when I was a kid. I was like a teenager, but it was made for kids.
You remember
younger.
when you was talking about if nobody's entertained or if I'm not entertained, nobody else is entertained?
You are entertained. Cabin fever and sanity. That is what's just happening.
So I mean I don't know. I just feel like yes, there's always extenuating circumstances.
We're off that topic.
But no, we're not because you brought it back up.
That's what I
Now
said.
we're back. That's why we're back on it.
Oh gosh, we're not talking about it again. We've moved on to Even Stevens.
You are a man and you've got access to every resource
You're
that you could
talented.
possibly want.
But you already said all this. You can't repeat it. You can't use the same.
Man,
argument.
you could go move into another house. You could do 100 different things.
Hire a hitman. That's what I would do.
Man, that's what you
I
would
did
do.
not just say that on a live stream.
Horrible. But I'm just
That
saying,
was
you could
a
have
joke.
hired personal protection. You could have hired, I mean, whatever.
So
Get your sister to beat her ass. Or
favorite
something.
kid shows. Your top 5 kid shows. It doesn't have to, it's not cartoons because we already did cartoons the other day. Kid shows, like things you watch when you were a kid, or kid shows that come on now that you still watch as a grown adult. That's what I almost said.
Well, okay, so you talking about kids? I don't know, because the kids shows that I liked when I was a kid were cartoons. It was G.I. Joe and Transformers and He-Man and Voltron.
Serpent said you can't moderate or bleep me.
Yeah, he can't. It's, but he does have the power of a god right now, so that's really cool.
He, right? I've never asked, male or female.
Serpent is a he.
Okay,
His wife watches too.
Okay, that's right. Okay.
Oh my gosh, man.
I'm terrible with remembering these things. Plus, all genders are equal, and there's more than 2. Beat that. Okay.
What did you?
Anyway.
What are you?
Oh, Bill Nye was great.
I don't even know what you just did. What are you even saying?
Chess.
Chess.
I don't know.
You just tried to make yourself sound smart.
Smart. I'm so smart.
I love chess. Chess is a wonderful game.
Your face is a wonderful game.
Your mom's face is a wonderful game.
Yep.
Yep. What about that? So, I don't know. I kind of liked. I was a big Saved by the Bell fan. So another moderator just handled this.
Oh, okay, thanks. I was gonna approve the message. I didn't realize you got them on your end. That's cool.
Man, can you just let Serpent do it?
Well, I didn't know he could do it.
Can we focus on the talking to the people out here? Anyway, who was your favorite character on Saved
Oh,
by the
wow,
Bell?
Thornberries. I remember that. Oh, Saved by the Bell. My favorite was always Kelly. Duh.
See, that's just the difference in a generational gap. Cause you're talking about the wild thornberries.
Yeah, I was older when that came out.
That stuff
but
was
I thought it was cool.
whack.
Why? Because she could talk to animals, and I've always wanted to be able to talk to animals. Remember when I told you about that dream I had when I was a kid? Yeah.
Like none of that stuff that came.
But she could
Rugrats,
talk
none of that.
to animals. I know. I remember when Wild Thornberries, Hey Arnold, Rugrats, when all of those came out, I was like, these shows are so stupid. I'm never gonna watch them. And then what did I do?
I was gonna say your mom talks to animals when she's drunk.
How could you say that on a live stream? Serpent, I need you to handle that.
That was funny. But My Maggie-in-law, I love her. I doubt very seriously she's watching.
You're being bleeped right now. See?
I'm being bleeped. So I
Sorry, Mom. Like, if you're watching, I doubt you're watching because, yeah, it's way too long for you and Dad to be checking us out, talking about mushrooms.
Her dad's cracking up laughing
Steven
right
and
now. So anyway, I don't know. So we were talking about Saved by the Bell before we got sidetracked. So
what are we even laughing about anymore? I swear it is that cabin fever insanity. That's what we've got going on.
You think so?
I can't even
That
stop
may be it, but
fidgeting.
this is how we act usually.
Yeah, you're right.
So it's
We always have insanity.
Fresh Prince. That's a good one. That's
Oh,
one.
man,
Yeah,
I
Fresh
loved
Prince.
that show.
That was a good
I
show.
remember when they put it on. They put it on Nick at Night after they took off things like I Love Lucy and Dick Van Dyke, Happy Days, all of that.
See, that just shows that's right there. It's at the end of another era where I was talking about cartoons.
Oh man, bye Trumper for Yang. See you
You know,
later.
bye Trumper for Yang. You know, like it transitioned from like the cartoons like He-Man to Snorts.
Mhm.
And it transitioned from like Nick at Night, from like I Love Lucy and all those old shows that I grew up watching, you know,
Yeah,
a lot. And then it was
sitting on the back of your Triceratops.
Fresh Prince, Umbrella, hey.
I have no idea what is the Torkelsons. I don't even know what that is.
Nope, I have no clue what the Torkelsons are.
Is that like? Yeah, I don't know.
Are they related to Snorts by any chance? Because if they are, I will have nothing to do with them. Oh man, you know a cartoon that I used to love that I didn't talk about the other day? Gummy Bears.
Oh, Gummy Bears. Yeah, I used
Gummy
to watch
Bears.
that.
Gummy Bears was a really cool cartoon. And Dungeons and Dragons.
I want to eat some gummy bears. Thanks. If I order gummy bears on Amazon, you know how long it'll take to get here? Probably like 5 or 6 or 7 days. So.
And they'll be $40, so let's
Yeah.
not order any Gummy Bears.
Well, it's not.
Because
I
we
miss
definitely
Gummy
cannot
Bears.
afford $40 worth
I
of
miss a
Gummy
lot of things about being in self-isolation. Like, I don't mind being at home all the time, but I really do miss, like, just being able to get up and go to the store whenever whenever we need something. Like, I mean,
Bears. And not have to worry that it's going to cost you everything.
yeah. Because now if you get on Amazon and you're looking for food, like I was doing yesterday, oh, the prices are so high. And then it takes at least 3 or 4 days even for Prime delivery. Like, if you're going to get Prime, it's still going to take that long. So, I don't know. That part sucks. Because y'all know I like to eat.
It
and
does.
like,
And here's the thing.
man, I'm so
You know-
tired of ramen and chicken nuggets and ramen. And we had tacos for 3 days. I'm just...
On the bright side, you can have a different flavor of ramen tomorrow.
Okay. We're gonna have beef ramen today, shrimp ramen tomorrow, and chili ramen the next day.
Or if you're feeling really dangerous, you can
Yeah.
mix 2 of them together and eat 2
Snap.
soups, and then you won't have to eat for like 4 days.
I know, those soups are really filling because they don't know how to digest properly. The Care Bears, I used to watch that too.
Care Bears.
Taco ramen, I've never heard of that. Oh, you're just making up, but like put the taco in the ramen.
Me?
All right, y'all, open your hymn books. What's better?
Turn to page 232 in your hymnals.
Turn to page 69 in your hymnal. What's better than a nugget and a biscuit? 2 nuggets and 2
my God.
biscuits. I don't know why. I'm sorry. Okay. What were we talking about?
You can't stay on topic for
You can't
nothing.
either. He's telling me.
What are we talking about? Care
The
Bears
pot,
and
the kettle.
Teletubbies and
That's not my real accent, by the way. Dinosaurs. We were talking about dinosaurs a couple days ago. Three's Company. Yes, I used to love that show too. You know what else I used to love? This
is
was
that the
later.
one that started out with "So come and knock on my door"?
That's our next hymnal. If you turn to page 420.
I'll fly away, oh glory, I'll fly away. When I die, hallelujah, by and by. I'm even clapping like a white person too.
And then it starts to go faster, you know, and everybody's like, debated on calling this live stream Russell and Elasa's church. So
Church with Russell and Elasa. But you know, I am ordained, so we are allowed to hold an actual service if we want to,
Is
and
there-
we can do it with social distancing. And if anybody needs to get married, I'm your dude. I got you.
is there anyone in the chat that wants to marry another person in the chat? We'll do it right now.
I will perform a ceremony for everybody to see. And
It will not be 100% legal, but it'll be done. because
It will
that's
be
what-
100% legal once we are able to file the paperwork.
Yeah, because ordained and social distancing. No weddings
Social
allowed.
distancing.
So who wants to get married?
You can tell that we came from a Southern Baptist background because we sitting there singing Southern Baptist hymn. Gangster carries away. for
Actually,
sure.
the Baptist church I grew up in, they didn't do all this. It was more like, you know, like it was a very elderly church.
I was so blessed and so fortunate at one point in my life to be one of only 2 white people in an all black church except for that. And it was like one of the most amazing experiences like I've ever had. It was so just
Energetic.
and it was so weird because all right, so we were like, well, let's just find a church, right? We'll just find a church. Let's just pick one out and then we'll just go to that one.
Mm-hmm.
So we show up there on Sunday morning, and lo and behold, it's an all-black church. And no sooner had we closed the door, there were people coming up to us and hugging us and come on in. And I mean, they just treat us. I mean, it was so awesome.
Why did
To
we
see.
segregate our churches in the first place?
We shouldn't have.
Was it
And
like
we
a
should not- I don't-
self-segregation thing? But
I think there was a lot on both sides because, for a long time, I believe that, the people were forced to be segregated. And it's just in recent times that we've really gotten over all that crud, or we're trying to.
yeah.
We're trying to remedy the situation. And, there's not, because we all have something to add to each other, from all walks of life. I don't care if you're Islamic, Christian,
Yeah. Let me add
Jewish.
this to you. Here you go.
Thank you.
I just
See what
added
I'm saying? But we're the same. What are you even doing? I'm sitting here talking about religion.
I was trying to keep it a little light and
What's,
airy.
you don't have to be light all the time. We
Just
talking.
for Sunday Funday.
We talking.
Russell wants to be serious, okay?
It's not that I want to be serious, but we're delving into a serious topic.
All right, I put my serious face
It's
on.
too late now. You don't ruin the moment.
I ruined the moment.
Put
So take
stuff
my
on.
serious face off.
Do whatever. Just do what you need to do.
All right. I really got into George Lopez in my 20s. I thought that show was great, and I binge watched it. Well, binge watched it before Netflix ever came around.
See, I'm one of these people who searches for the universe. I'm in a constant search for higher truths, and I can't stand not knowing. And when I try to talk, this is what I get. This is what I get. This is why I need to talk to Joe Rogan and Duncan Trussell.
Yes.
Because they understand what I'm talking
That's
about.
why I suggested you marry one of them or both of them.
I'm not marrying neither one of them.
You're also ordained, so you could
I can marry us all.
you could just marry everyone.
What are you even saying?
What do you not?
Well, you know
say?
what? If I can marry people, then I can unmarry people.
Tell him good luck finding a divorce lawyer right now.
Right.
Gotta wait till after isolation, so you're stuck with me till then.
Oh my gosh! I don't know. Did you? Oh, does anybody out there watch Tiger Kings? Oh my gosh! I started watching it last night, and I swear I watched 4 or 5 episodes.
No wonder you slept so late.
Oh my gosh! I couldn't stop watching. These people are nuts, dude.
I started
First-
watching Altered Carbon, so I understand getting into a show. 'Cause when, yeah.
Yeah, but Altered Carbon is not these people. These people are crazy. They've got this whole, I don't know, man.
Westworld, man.
All right, so
I wanna watch
so
it
this
so
dude
bad.
over here, he's got
Okay.
all these tigers, right?
Yes.
And there's this lady over here who's she's supposed to be on the the animal activist side will like, there's this rumor that like she fed her husband because her husband come up missing and nobody could find him. They got tigers. Where you think that motherfucker went?
You got 8.
He got 8. So I don't know, man. So like, there's this whole like drama going on, and like they're trying to shut them down, and there's all these big cats, and I'm just waiting for somebody to get mauled.
I haven't seen it yet, but I will watch it. For some reason lately, we just, like, because we're in self-isolation or
Down the
whatever,
Fraggle Rock.
we watch our shows
Wait a second,
separately.
Jessica Little, while we got
totally
you
talking
on,
right now.
I know
Okay.
you were, but we got to address this because Jessica Little is the one that put the comment in our comment section about did we sell out and if we edited it and all that stuff. So
Oh,
I
yeah.
wanted to ask you
What
directly.
do you mean?
What do you mean? Because the only thing that we took out was the cuss words, and that's because I do it entirely too much. YouTube likes to demonetize us, and they still demonetize.
They
that,
still
didn't they?
demonetized it, even though I bleeped it out.
So,
But I like
anyway.
this comment here. Come to Sunday Funday chat and leave with a new spouse.
Hey, we are full service here at Grassroots Yang Gang.
We still don't have any takers on the marriage thing.
We're kind of transitioning to not just politics, things not just politics, because while there is a lot of stuff that's going on in politics,
We want to cover everything.
there's a lot more going on in the entire world. So we would like to cover that and make sure that we get, as much coverage as we can on as many topics as we can.
Like,
And
what
I
are we
feel
binge
like-
watching? What are we reading? Those are all important topics.
And what we would like to do, how about a world without money? I would, you know what? But how would you?
We can't.
You couldn't. It wouldn't be possible.
Back when there was the barter system, eventually you needed something easier to carry than, say, a cow to go trade for some bells. So, like, they were like, okay,
And
these
the
sand
exchange-
dollars
right.
or whatnot,
And the exchange rate, for like cows versus like what do you
Yeah.
you
eventually had
you
to
have
make
to
a type
have
of
something
money,
that's
so, yeah.
uniform.
Burt Bucks.
Burt Bucks.
Have you ever watched Raising Hope? That's a show you need to binge right now. It's hilarious. It'll take your mind right off that corona. So,
Okay,
here's
here's
an
the thing.
episode called Burt Bucks. Go watch it. Okay, go ahead.
If you are watching Raising Hope, you are probably very average and normal like us because we found it hilarious. And if
you're
you're uber smart, you probably want to tune into something else.
I don't know. That's what makes it funny though for smart people. I know you're trying to call us dumb, but I know better.
No, we're not
So-
dumb. We're just
Simple. Yeah, I got it. But but yeah, smart people could definitely enjoy it because of the fact that they mispronounce those words. If you're dumb, you're not even gonna catch that. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, but if I'm gonna watch like a smart comedy, I'm
Oh,
gonna
you
watch
want
like
some smart, like
I'm gonna
Big
watch-
Bang Theory.
I like Big Bang Theory.
It is a good show.
It's a good show, and it's a smart comedy. But I like Fresh Off the Boat. It's a good comedy.
Oh yeah, that's a good
It's
one.
very good.
That's
it's
funny.
It's funny. If y'all have not checked it out, y'all definitely check that out too.
Of course, Good Place. We all know that's one of the best comedies out there. That's more of like a feel-good comedy, and you got you get to learn some moral philosophy while you're at it. So it's a good show.
You
That
actually,
sounds boring, but
you
it's actually
actually
really
do
fun show.
get to learn
Mm-hmm.
philosophy. I literally the other day we got into a little, you know how married people do.
It was
And-
this big argument. We were like punching each other in the face.
And then I went all Johnny Depp.
And he tried to call somebody and nobody ever came. And I said, see, I told you. Don't ever do that again. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm making jokes about it again and I shouldn't. I'm sorry to everyone.
Bullshit.
Such
But
bullshit.
anyway,
But,
I started arguing moral relativism. It was
in
great.
the middle of the argument.
When
it's
you
like,
can start
whatever.
arguing moral relativism, you know that you're on the right path because you are learning. So that's a good, I guess. That's
But
a
his
good-
argument still wasn't valid.
It
But
was
we don't have
valid.
to-
It's still
we don't have
valid.
to get into that. We'll talk about this.
You
on
see how
the
she
next
does?
one.
You see how she does?
I'm really not going to argue with you.
She
on
tries. She
camera.
picks a fight and runs.
We can do our fighting off camera, okay?
It's more entertaining for them. I think.
Are you
Well, we're
asking?
not really. This is what we do.
It's like our banter.
Banter.
Yeah.
Yes, this is how we banter.
This is how
That's
we
right.
banter.
Now, if you want to mock me,
If you want to mock me.
who's speechless? Why are you speechless? What did I do?
I'm speechless too.
So anyway, Trump is gone. He's now like started. I feel like Trump, to get back on a coronavirus topic that maybe we can talk about before we leave.
Yeah.
We get on there and anyway, Trump is. I think he's starting to adjust his timelines now. He's not being so dead set on opening up by Easter.
Mm-hmm. We
like
talked
it was.
about that at the beginning.
We did,
Yeah.
but it's almost time to go here shortly. So we should probably start recapping. And
No. Who
I mean,
wants
we
to
can
talk
hang
about
out here all
that?
day.
Anybody?
Okay.
No.
Who is? Trump is screwing up again, unfortunately. Oh, did you guys hear what Trump is doing? Where he is going to.
Hi, Aunt Corey.
Hi, Aunt Corey.
How's Braun?
Got coronavirus? Have you got test results back yet?
I'm assuming no, or she would have told us.
No,
Right?
or she would have told us, definitely. Because that's one thing Aunt Corey can't do is keep news to her stuff.
He's being awful. What's the word I'm looking for?
Provocative.
No.
Confrontational.
No. There's a
Uh.
specific word I'm looking for. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Extra.
Dickish.
There was a joke in there somewhere, but I'm gonna leave it alone. What's something girls do? The caddy? No, not caddy.
Caddy?
No, it's not caddy. It's
Did you just call me
Somebody
caddy?
said honest.
I call it like I see
Like
it.
attacking, like how you attack mom and then you attack my sister.
Biting?
No. Gosh darn it. I can't think of the word. I'll think of it as soon as the live stream ends. And I will start another live stream just to say that word. And then turn it off.
30-second hit and run. Combative?
No. There's a
That was a
specific
good guess.
word. It
That was
is
a good
right
guess.
here. Y'all are doing good. Let's keep playing thesaurus. Go. Thesaurus.
What it like?
That's
like
the word.
I'm a sharpshooter.
Pew! That's what
I
I'm
just-
thinking of.
Antagonistic. That's a great word.
That's a good word. Thesaurus. Next word, please.
Antagonistic is a great word.
It is.
You get 2 points for that one.
2
Definitely
points.
get
These
2
are
points
fake
for that.
internet points, but we are accumulating
White
them.
Wolf, what's up, what? How are you?
So,
Thank you for being here.
who has 2 points? Let me write this down.
So
The winner will get nothing, but it's like whose line is it anyway, where
Is
you
it
get
like
the points, but the
aggressive?
points don't matter. No.
okay, but I'm done playing your silly
And I'm
little
not
word
talking
game.
about nipple lasers.
Pew, pew.
Impractical Jokers, y'all watch that? That show is so freaking funny. Oh my god.
It is a great show. If y'all
That
not
and
check it.
Carbonaro Effect. I love magicians. Well, I mean, I don't love magicians. I
Well,
love
you know
them.
what?
I
Why
love
don't you
them.
go marry? Why don't you go marry Michael Carbonaro?
No, if I was to pick a magician, it would probably be
Chris Angel.
I had to think about that one for a
He's
minute.
like-
Maybe, but
he's
I think
like-
I'd go with more
I mean, you can't get no like more
Like a Houdini.
Like, no, well, like Houdini fucking died in doing one of his tricks.
But guess what? He's not really dead. Let me get my
No,
hat.
but he is. He's
So-
with Elvis.
We can still be married though.
Okay.
And you can ordain this. Cause I mean,
So
There
I'm
are no
gonna
laws.
unmarry us and then
no, I
marry
can be
you
married.
and-
If you can be married to 2 guys, I can be married to 3 guys. Okay.
I don't want to marry Joe Rogan and Duncan Trussell though.
He does.
No, I don't. I just want to have like intelligent conversations with them about the universe
Yeah.
because they understand.
But when you start comparing them to me, then
I
that's
didn't compare them to you.
You don't understand me, and then you're like, you know who would understand me?
Joe Rogan would understand me. That's
See?
so funny.
White Wolf's cat. I don't know if I could marry a cat though. That might be a little weird. But White Wolf has Houdini. Okay. Now, if we could get that magic spell that turns it back into a human.
What do you think
I
about
don't even know anymore, y'all. What's
like Chris Angel?
Right.
I will
It's
see
like-
there's some in the.
I wonder, man.
He's just. I
Because
thought it came out that his tricks weren't even like super.
really,
You know, I thought it came out that they were talking about how he
Take it
did.
in the bedroom.
I don't know. I kind of feel like that there are certain people
That he was
who
using camera tricks and crap.
I don't know.
Y'all
I feel like
remember
they're
when-
too good. You know?
Right. You remember when Chris Angel first started? Everybody's like, "Oh my gosh, he sold his soul to the devil." Remember that?
I don't know about selling your soul to the devil, but I feel like there are people out there who do manipulate energies.
You want it?
Yeah, take
I
it
feel
in
like
the
that's something that is
Okay.
probably in a lot of us don't know how to access that, the ability to manipulate energies. I don't know. What do y'all think? Am I just talking crazy right now, or
Yeah.
what? I'm glad you're
sorry.
back, because here, rescue me. I'm sitting here. I'm gonna start talking about the universe again, and
You
dark
are
matter,
rescued.
dark matter,
Okay.
and spirals, and
And then everybody in the chat
Tree of
just
Life.
fell asleep.
and you know.
Yeah, you're rescued. So, who's getting married? White Wolf, do you have anybody in the chat you'd like to marry?
So
Robert?
it is just there's a lot of illusions. Yes, I agree with you, and with the camera stuff that we have today,
Mm-hmm.
the fuckery and all that.
But Carbonaro, and I don't think he's like
But I don't know about
nefarious.
no,
but
I don't
like,
think he is either. Like
Those tricks he does are amazing, and you know he's doing them in front of people. It's not camera tricks because he's in front of people. Some of
hold
it,
on.
yes.
Why did you imply that I might think that Michael Carbonaro is nefarious?
No, I knew. I'm letting them know that I don't think it's along the same lines as someone like, say, Chris Angel,
Right.
like you were saying.
Right.
But his tricks are pretty amazing. His amazing illusions.
I don't know how he does the things that he does.
I want to be a magician, y'all. Maybe now, with all this self isolation, I can learn to be a magician.
Well, Jessica Little, you have come to the right place. Jessica Little said, I was just lonely one weekend. I was thinking about going to church, but I cussed. Well, you came to the right place because I am ordained, and you can cuss all you want.
In
to.
this church,
Yeah.
there's cussing.
It don't matter. Because to me, words are just words.
Words are words.
It's how you use them.
Yeah.
And
Like, who was the first person to be like, you know what? This F word right here, I'm making it up, and I'm going to say it's a cuss word. Meaning, when you say it, it's like vulgar and stuff. And
it's
I
not
don't
that
know.
it's not that they just decided it was a cuss word, because the roots of that word, it's actually an acronym that stands for fornication under consent of the king.
I thought that wasn't true.
It's somebody can
Myth
fact check
busted?
me.
Fact check?
I don't know, but
I don't know either.
it's when, from what I understand, it's when the lords had right of prima noctem, where they could have sex with the person before they got married, and it's fornication under consent of the king. That's
I thought we looked that up, though.
I don't know, did we? Because I don't recall that.
Google
But
knows everything. Okay, Google.
you really gonna try to Google right now?
Okay, Google.
But anyway,
Never mind.
it's-
She never
you know,
listens to me anymore.
They're just
I'm divorcing Google. I mean, yeah. Can you do that? Can you do divorcees too?
no.
I want to divorce Google.
I'll leave that to the state. For unlawful carnal knowledge. Is that really what it stands for?
Friends who do stuff together. U is for
For
you
unlawful
and me.
carnal knowledge. Is that what it is? Really? That sounds like it might have some legitimateness to it. Unless you just made that up. We will fact check it, and we will get back to it on the next live stream for sure. So,
Yep. Google still takes all of the data in a divorce. That's messed up. Yeah.
it's pretty weird how you can ask Alexa if Alexa works for the government and it will turn off.
She will not answer you.
But then if you ask Google if they work for the government, Google says, it comes up with this thing that says, well, Elasa, you keep activating my. Oh.
I was saying, okay, Google, okay, Google. And it was activating her phone through the stream. That's pretty hilarious.
That is pretty funny.
I'm sorry I interrupted you, but that made me laugh. Go.
I'm done.
You're
I'm done. We're done here.
Oh, but Google says, I don't work for the government. I don't share information with the government unless it's by law, blah, blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah.
And I don't know why, but you know what? I still would probably automate my whole house.
Yeah. Like I was on,
Because I don't care.
I was face
Like, what are they gonna
chatting.
do?
What's it called? Google Duo, because I don't have Apple devices. Anyways, I was talking to my brother. He goes, watch this. And he goes, Alexa, turn on the light. And then the light turned on. Alexa, turn off the light. And then the light turned off. And I was like, wow, it's pretty fancy. And then it was so funny because Lil Yang Gang was sitting with the Fire Stick remote where you could talk to Alexa. And he goes, Alexa, pick up everything.
Little gang was gonna try to use it.
I'm activating everybody's phone. Yes.
Let's see how
feel
many
so
I can activate. Okay, Google. Okay, Google. Look, I can activate my phone from the other side of the room.
Where's your phone?
I don't know, but it just activated wherever it was, wherever it is. Look, there she went.
Wherever your phone is, it just started talking. It's over,
It's
over
over
there.
I told you.
Okay.
And it's so weird because I can't activate her Google. Like if I tell her phone, okay Google, it does not listen to me. And then mine won't listen to her.
Because it does it by your voice, or it's supposed to. But mine's still.
Google, put my wife on pause.
One of these days, we'll all be married to robots, and that'll be a possibility.
Right? That's
Because robots could be perfect, AI and all that,
so. That's kind of a discussion that we were discussing one time. It's like, what happens when AI, robots, artificial intelligence do get to that point?
Yeah.
Like,
What happens
why
when
the fuck? Why would you marry a human?
Why would you marry a human who's imperfect
Who's
when
imperfect
you can marry
when you
the
have
AI?
a perfect robot?
Like Plankton with his computer wife, except for Karen didn't look like, she looked like a computer. But, and she was kind of sassy. But,
I don't even know what that is.
but, if they make the robots like very lifelike and everything about them is real, like the skin is real, the face feels real, the eyes are real, all the body parts are real, then why do you need a human? That's where we're getting with that.
The days are numbered.
And on top of that, your husband or wife could look exactly like whoever you want. Any celebrity, I mean, that's just, or maybe they'd outlaw that because think about it. How many I was going to say Carmen Electra, but that's so old. I was going to say, how many Carmen Electras do we need running around? But I feel like the real Carmen Electra, pretend we're in the 80s
So you
for a
meant
second.
Carmen Electra in her prime?
Yes.
Okay.
Pretend we're in the 80s. Okay, so.
Like why Carmen Electra?
I don't know. I had like a little woman crush on her when I was younger.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I guess that explains a lot.
When I was like a kid. Like, when you first started developing crushes, but not that kind of crush because it was a woman crush. I thought that one day I would grow up and look like Carmen Electra when I was like 8 or 10. Okay, this is TMI. Can we go back to...
It totally happened. I love you.
I love you too, but I could smack you for that. Because I know that you're lying, and it's okay. But just don't even pretend, okay? Anyways, the real Carmen Electra would not be okay with a bunch of clones of herself running around. So there would be laws for certain rich people, Why did you just touch my boob?
Yeah, because my eyes were closed and I couldn't see. That's why. That's so funny. It's all good.
Who did you want to grow up to be or to look like? So I can laugh at you. Please tell me.
Joe Rogan.
Well, great job. You accomplished it. Just kidding. Joe Rogan is like, I don't know.
Kick right through your shin. That dude, he's got some.
Anyways, no, like when you were little. Wasn't there some man or something, or even a teenager man, like in the
You know what? Yes.
Saved by the Bell. You
They're
know?
actually. No, they won't be by like no. There was this show that I used to watch. Okay, there were two shows that I used to watch when I was little, and I wanted to be the dude. It was I think it was called Great American Hero. Believe it or not, I'm walking on air. I never thought I could be so free. Y'all remember that show? Dude, I wanted to be that dude. He was so stupid and so goofy and but he always like came through in the clutch, and he always like got the bad guy and stuff. And I always wanted to be.
Name?
I can't remember his name. He was like a nobody, and he was. You know what? It was a great show. And then there was this one show called Manimal, right? And it was this cop. And he could fucking he could totally turn into any animal that he wanted to in a given moment. He used to like turn into this hawk, and oh my gosh, dude, that show was so great. I wanted to be that guy. Now, how can you laugh at a dude that turns into animals?
Well, I wanted to be the little girl from Wild Thornberrys that could talk to the animals and have them talk back. So what?
You got it, Beauty and the Beast. There we go.
They're funny.
All right, Yang Gang. We are over our hour limit.
I don't know why we have a limit, but it's there just for our sanity and yours, I suppose.
That's it. We hope that you enjoyed this. We thank you for being here. We love you, Yang Gang, and we're going to see you on the next one. Maybe we'll try to split these videos up like we did the Johnny Depp part.
Yeah, I still have other videos I want to collect from live streams just to put them in little bite-sized pieces for people that didn't get a chance to watch the entire live stream kind of thing. So, yeah, if you have any questions, you got about 2 seconds to ask them, and then...
It's too late because it's on a delay. Sorry.
Dang.
We love you, Yang Gang. See you on the next one.
It takes me forever to hit this button.